2019 has been important for the sarcoma community to receive the final result of the announced study and also to have the results of a smaller study in very specific sarcoma subtypes, which were fortunately positive results. This year, during the plenary session, Dr. Bill Tapp from Memorial Sloan Kettering presented the final analysis of the announced study. This is a phase 3 international multicentric study aimed at confirming the superiority of adriamycin plus olaratumab, a PDGF receptor alpha inhibitor, versus doxorubicin in a patient population of adult, progressive, advanced soft tissue sarcomas, naive from doxorubicin and any other medical therapy. This study followed the conditional approval of the combination doxorubicin-olaratumab, which was based on the results of the phase 1-2 trial that showed an improvement of more than a year in the overall survival for the combination compared to the monotherapy. Unfortunately, the phase 3 trial, which has been presented this year, did not confirm the advantage for the combination compared to the monotherapy. In fact, the median overall survival was almost superimposable for doxorubicin monotherapy and doxorubicin olaratumab, and was basically close to 20 months. And the same was for the progression-free survival. In fact, the median progression-free survival for the combination was even inferior to the one observed for the monotherapy. Based on these results, the use of olaratumab has been removed, and so far doxorubicin still remains the standard frontline approach for treatment of adult advanced soft tissue sarcomas. What all the community agrees on is that soft tissue sarcoma currently has not to be treated as a single entity, but we need to always underline that they are very heterogeneous, and each single sarcoma subtype has to be considered and treated in a specific way, which takes into account the diversity compared to other soft tissue sarcomas. So probably the era for large studies, including all soft tissue sarcoma, is ended. During the oral session of ASCO this year, they were presented the results of a phase 2 basket study, including INI1 solid tumors treated with a new AZH2 inhibitor called tazemetostat. In particular, during this ASCO, they were presented the results of the cohort, including patients with diagnosis of epithelioid sarcoma. Within this cohort was observed an activity of tazemetostat in adult patients with advanced disease in terms of 15% response rate by RECIST, 50% tumor shrinkage, median progression-free survival of about 24 weeks, with 20% patient free from progression at 1 year. The drug was very well tolerated and has been recently approved to FDA for accelerated approval. And this study will hopefully take a new drug for treatment of this very, very rare, aggressive and orphan disease. In addition to tazemetostat, they were presented the results of 2 other phase 2 clinical trials conducted in a very rare sarcoma subtypes. One was a CDK4 inhibitor, abesiclimab, in dedifferentiated liposarcoma, showing the activity of the drug, and the second one was in PEComa, in ultra-rare soft tissue sarcomas, in which there is an mTOR pathway involvement. In this study on nab-sirolimus, an IV mTOR inhibitor version of sirolimus, there were a very high response rate and very good progression-free survival. The 3 studies on epithelioid sarcoma, liposarcoma and pecoma, all showing the activity of 3 new drugs, show how to conduct clinical studies in specific sarcoma subtypes is feasible in spite of the rarity of the disease, and can provide positive results and new option for our patients.